Did you hear about the blacksmith who melted down a bunch of fishing rods? He was attempting to forge cast iron. Welcome to the stream. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday, my friends. Thank you for being here. I'm very happy to be with you tonight. My internet appears to be working again. I was having a lot of trouble last night. I'm really sorry I missed you. But things seem to be working. They're still a little odd. Like the bots' misbehavior. Twitch was being weird when I was trying to update my stream title earlier. Lots of weirdnesses. But Itarama is first in chat tonight, and very happy to see you, Itty. Nice that I've been thinking about you a lot since I've been playing Horace. You've been on my mind, my friend. I'm glad that you could be with us here tonight. And Lucent Jelly close behind with a resub. Thank you for that, Jelly. Thank you for all the support for the stream. Happy Frowniversary to me, Jelly says, and congrats to you, Frownie. Thank you. 17 months. That means we've been doing this for 18 months? 19 months? I feel like your sub count is oddly one behind what it should be. And Shino, afternoon to you, my friend. Thank you for being here as well. I hope you're doing well, Shino. Frownie playing Horace and Dark Souls. It's like all my wishes came true, Itty says. Oh, yes. Oh. So, yes, 2 games tonight. First is Horace, a delightfully weird game. And after that, more Dark Souls. I'm having fun with Dark Souls. I can provide no evidence that I'm having fun with Dark Souls because it really looks like I'm having a horrible time every time I play it. But I am, some part of me is enjoying it. You'll just have to take my word for it. As much as I really love this treasure hunter Frownie, it's time to get him off the screen. And let's pull up our game. And we can get ready to dive back in. Let me get my big head out of the way. I'm behind cows for some reason, Jelly says. Yeah, I don't fully understand it. So we're on chapter 8. I expect we'll probably do a chapter of this tonight. Maybe more. The idea is to do about 2 hours of Horace, give or take. Almost seemed like something went wrong there for a moment. Oh. See if I can remember how to play video games. Ooh, speaking of video games. That looks like one at the top of this building here. I don't know if I can climb my way up there or not, though. I feel like I should be able to interact with those storage containers in some way. So I don't actually remember what I'm doing. I think we finished I mean, I know we finished a chapter. I think we finished with this area the last time we played. I think we're actually ready to head out from here. I think that thing up top there I'm gonna have to come back for. Sparrow, great to see you, my friend. Welcome to more Horace. I hope your Friday is finding you well. Your weekend is getting off to a good start, my friend. This is the first time you're catching Horace? Oh, you're in for a treat. Oh, I already did this. Did I? Oh, this is the game where you stamp the packages. I was real bad at this. When they overlap, it's real tough. That was almost perfect. I only missed a couple. I think it's much easier. Weirdly enough, I think it's much easier with the Pro Controller. That's the only thing I can... That's the only thing I can offer to explain how I did so much better at that one than I've done. There was a dreadful game on the ZX Spectrum called Horace also. I'm unfamiliar with that. It could very well... This game could very well be named after that, though. There are tons of references to other games and just outright remakes of them in this game. This game has a nod to those Horace games later, Itty says. Fair enough. Hungry Horace and Horace Goes Skiing. The character model is something of nightmares. I have to say I am I guess blissfully ignorant of those games. You put pictures of the Discord right on. I'll look forward to being horrified. Alright, so I think we're supposed to just leave this area for whatever's next. So, if you've not been here for this game, Horace is a robot with anti-gravity shoes. And we live in a semi-post-apocalyptic world. We live in a war-torn country.
Stop. I could get back to the mainland and Mr. Silton's from here.
And we're traveling around cleaning up all the junk in the world that we can find, and trying to locate members of our family that we haven't seen for years and years. And along the way, we encounter a seemingly never-ending supply of 80s and 90s film references and mini games. I think that's a fair summary. I love the Marios on the posters in the background. This place looks familiar. I think I've been here. Yeah. Am I actually trying to go back to Mr. Silton's house right now? I don't know. Let's go into the scrapyard and turn in our junk.
Said the dirty old man. Let's see what you've got. I like this. I won't ask where you got this. Can never have too many of these. It's a bit broken, but I'll take it. I won't ask where you got this. Haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. Everything else is junk. Go on then, said the younger man. Stick everything in Bertha.
Instead of being horrified, I will be Horace-fied. Feel free to delete it if you're disturbed by the way he looks. Now I'm really looking forward to this Sparrow. The gravity mechanic is great. It's like that V game, except the camera moves upside down instead of the character. The gravity mechanic is pretty interesting. I get confused by it, but I'm happy it exists. Amazing graphics. I'm a huge fan of modern depictions of the 8 and 16-bit era. Alright, we've done the tea room game.
The rickety old door led into some kind of drinking establishment. But the bartender soon made it clear that, as he put it, they didn't serve my kind here, and that I would have to wait outside.
Well, that didn't work. Hey, we've got a raid coming in. Wonderful. You are just in time, my friends. Paragon Mage, great to see you. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to Horace. Welcome to your friends. Hey, and it looks like it looks like the shoutout is working again. Playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I can't say that I know anything about that. I know Dragon Ball is an anime. But I know very little. I know very little about Dragon Ball. There was a Star Wars Cantina reference, yes. There have been a few Star Wars references. It has used the phrase, what is it? wretched hive of scum and villainy. It actually used that twice though, and I have to give that a thumbs down. You shouldn't double dip on a reference like that. But they've used that to describe two different locations. I love Xenoverse 2. Love it. Right on. I actually have a Dragon Ball game in my collection, but I've never played it. I think it's a fighting game. Ultima CJ. Great to see you, CJ. Welcome in. You plan to play Dark Souls. Yeah, I've been working on both of these games for a little while now. We've been doing them on Tuesdays and Thursdays as sort of a double feature. We do a couple hours of Horace at the top, and then as many hours of Dark Souls as I can stand. Dark Souls is fun. It's just so hard. But we'll probably be starting that up in about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
That cost 2,000.
I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna buy it. Unexpected, since it's not retro, but should be a treat. Yeah, every now and then I'll play a more modern game. It's pretty rare for me. I mean, this is a modern game too, but you know, a sort of a throwback, obviously.
I'm sure you'll find the use for it, sir. The charge for it is 10,000.
I'm just gonna buy all these upgrades, regardless of Oh, he does turn his head. All right, Itty. I'll let you get away with this one. I don't know how I beat Dark Souls. I beat it because a friend made a bet with me saying I couldn't, and that was a 70-hour journey. I've been playing Dark Souls for like 15 or maybe about 15 hours so far.
Suddenly, as if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared. Now, sir, I know your default programming prevents you robots from stealing, he said as he pulled out a huge gun. So which one of you bastard kids hacked this unit? Although I'd been caught stealing, what made me feel really bad was seeing the children cry as they ran for their lives.
Oh my. Well. Well.
Perfect for grabbing junk that's just out of reach, sir. That will be 10,000.
That was pretty terrible. I don't think I ever would have found it on my own. Best $40 hibachi dinner I ever had, though, after I beat it. Right on. Congo, welcome in. Great to have you with us. I hope your Thursday is treating you well, my friend.
The junk come to you, sir. Very good choice. The price will be 30,000.
I'm kind of just getting started tonight. I haven't found where to go to continue the plot yet. I'm just I'm burning all my money, picking up all the upgrades I can find. A friend on Steam saw I got the achievement for beating the game and immediately gifted me Dark Souls 2. Yeah, people have been asking me. People keep asking me about Bloodborne during my Dark Souls playthrough. They ask me if I'm going to play Bloodborne, and I don't have any immediate plans for any other games in the series, but I mean, maybe someday, but...
The foreman explained the job to me. I would be making bricks. The world needed rebuilding and these bricks would more than help. He said I would be on the end of the production line and would be shaping the final part of the bricks. All I had to do was hit the brick in time with everyone else.
Oh, I didn't see that comment before. No, I don't. I wouldn't say that I hate Dark Souls. Not at all. I hate how terrible I am at it. But on the rare occasions that I do accidentally make progress in the game, it's pretty glorious. There are so many rhythm games in this. There's just there was one rhythm there that gave me a lot of trouble, and another one that was a little tricky. I always thought this was just a dark room, but I recently saw the developer comment that he didn't get around to making the background. I didn't even look at the background. Codebane is similar to Dark Souls, some difficult bosses, but not nearly as punishing as Dark Souls. Oh, and the comment at the how are you today? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Maybe a little foggy brained, but only a little. I played a rhythm game like this on the DS once, Sparrow says. Pattern seems very similar. I love the Commodore PET in the background there. Did we... No, I haven't done this one. Alright, here we go. Round 2. Leave it to Sparrow to identify a retro PC from a quarter of the keyboard in the background. I did really poorly there. It's probably a good idea not to talk during these mini games. But even then, even when I did close my mouth, I still did kind of badly. Chi-Chi on the DDR game. There are certainly more games in this that are more similar to DDR. Well, actually, more similar to Guitar Hero. It says something about a game that the achievement says welcome to Dark Souls, and all you have to do is die for the first time to get it. Oh, very impressed with your timing. Well, thank you, Sparrow. What? Buddha Fingers, a welcome in. I don't understand your question, though. Is this really a rhythm game when every bar has different timings? Derek, Ocean, welcome in, Derek. Trying to make sure. I feel like I'm not done the best job in the world keeping up with the chat. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, so I'm gonna try to be really focused for round 3. It's okay. For some of the rhythms, my instinct is not to continue the rhythm, but to punctuate it. Some of those where all the other guys in the line are playing two notes, are hitting two inputs. When it gets to me, I don't want to copy the two inputs. I want to just have one declarative input. You seem to have turned on donation messages. I'm not seeing that outside of YouTube. Twitch added a new feature. Viewers can elevate their message by paying money. Everyone looks and their thumbs are completely broken. So I didn't know about that. But I didn't turn it on. It's on. If it's on by default. I don't know. I'm not gonna look into it during the stream. Sorry if it's obnoxious. I don't know what it looks like. I'm a test subject. All right. Okay, so Horace said something to himself about going back to Mr. Silton's house, so that's where we're gonna head. Oh, let me look in this arcade. I don't know if this one might have a different selection of games. It does not. We are gonna play Hungry Ghost, though. I can't come into the arcade and not play Hungry Ghost. I've left a very inconvenient spot over there. Alright, but we got it. Missed you last night, Frownie. Yeah, sorry about that, Derek. After I sent my message, my start time message, like for the next hour and a half, my internet kept going in and out, and I was just like, I just knew the stream wasn't gonna work. If I can't get a YouTube video to load properly, I don't have any I don't have any hope of a broadcast. The worst thing when I have one of the power things activated, I and one of the guys is immune to it because he was in the box or something. I fall for that all the time. Sorry, there's so much of this game that just is very difficult to look away from. I don't think I'm gonna make it very far. I don't think I'm gonna make it very far here now. I did not use my foods very cleverly. I think it's gonna be a miracle if I clear this board. Oh yeah, we have to do the thing. Oh, thank you for the $5, Buddha Fingers. Was it for science? I hope it was worth it. Your message has certainly been elevated. It basically it just looks like it writes your message in a box like the way that a subscriber message is written. I guess it's good if you're. I guess it's gonna be a good feature though if you're in a a really busy chat and really want the streamer to pay attention to you. I don't know that it'd be a particularly useful feature for our stream. The chat is not unmanageable, and I feel like I do a pretty good job of trying to pay attention to everyone as it is. All right, let me. Features rolling out in waves. They did finally add a good feature with a real shoutout command. I heard about that. The shoutout command. Upside Down Matt was telling me about it. I tested it out, but it starts at a healthy $5. It goes up from there. I wonder if you could adjust the level for it. I like the reverse Pac-Man idea. I love the Hungry Ghost. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. There's also a little pop-up. You didn't see it. That's a steep price for 30 seconds of the message up in a window. There was a pop-up on the screen. Oh. In that case, I will probably I'll probably just have I'm going to have to turn that feature off then. Its full name is Hungry Hungry Ghost Ghost. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why they doubled up on the I don't know if there's something I don't get about the title. I think Hungry Ghost is a lot more catchy than Hungry Hungry Ghost Ghost. In a rare exception, I'm on my phone watching and it doesn't seem to make a difference on here yet. People watch their phone, and I do. I think Sparrow meant a rare exception to his normal behavior. Yeah. Pop-up was a little window over the top of the chat, like the hype train and poll pop-up. Okay, all right. I thought you meant it put something over the over the screen. Maybe it's referencing Hungry Hungry Hippos. Maybe. It's the same. I mean, that does sound pretty similar. I feel like everything in this game is a reference to something. A lot of the background characters look like people from movies and such. Had to buy a replacement copy for Contra Rogue Core on Switch from eBay. Why, if I may ask, why did your copy need replacing?
I needed to use the passport machine to open the huge door. I made my way back out to the mainland.
I'd have preferred Hunger Ghost Coast to Coast. Buddhafinger says.
I needed to use the passport machine to open the huge door. I needed to use the passport machine to open the huge door.
I was gonna say the characters playing games must be a reference to something. I think I saw a Street Fighter-like character in there. Yeah, the one guy looked like Ryu. I don't know who the soldier was supposed to be, though. The soldier looked vaguely familiar to me as well. Playing the other machine. We were in like a television studio earlier in the game, and in the back,
fisherman's boat to the old land's estate.
In the background, there were lots of movie props, like the hoverboard from I don't know where I'm going, from Back to the Future, and the volleyball from Castaway. I don't remember where Mr. Silton lives. It's not here. I'll get us back on track, my friends. It'll only take a moment. There's not that many areas in the game, so I can't be lost for that long.
I took the fisherman's boat to the mainland.
Because I threw it at the wall out of anger. Just kidding. It crashed every time I tried to play it. Fortunately, I haven't had any problems with any of my Switch games yet. Hopefully that remains the case. I'll be pretty unhappy if it turns out that that cartridge failure is a common and significant problem with Switch cartridges. Same here, this was a rare occasion. I was gonna say Ryu, but wasn't sure. Didn't play much Street Fighter, Sparrow says. Mortal Kombat, however, different story. I've played more Street Fighter than I have Mortal Kombat. Though I can't really hang on a moment. I can't really say that I'm a huge fan of either. I used to play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo with my cousin when we were young. Not a whole lot, but
I made my way back out to the mainland.
Enough that I'm fairly familiar with the cast of characters. Mr. Silton has to live somewhere around here. Because we found him before we got our passport. I'm doing bad.
Mr. Silton's door was locked. I don't think anyone was in anyway. Mr. Silton's door was locked.
Well,
I don't think anyone was in anyway.
I guess I wasn't supposed to go back to Mr. Silton's house. I must have misunderstood what Horace said earlier.
Huge door.
I remember when the Switch first came out, there was an article about how weird the cartridges taste. I remember people talking about that.
I made my way into the town.
Me and my friend licked them. It was awful. Derek says, "Yeah, I've heard. I've heard of that. Supposedly supposedly Nintendo does something to the cartridges to make them taste real bad to prevent people from eating them. I think they're concerned about small children choking on them or something. And the thought is if they taste bad, then people will spit them out rather than eat them. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I believe that they taste bad, but I don't know that that's done, I don't know that that's done intentionally, What? No, I didn't want to buy more. Well, I'm never gonna run out of train tickets.
Mind the doors.
clouds were gathering as we pulled into Factoryton and the Professor's factory.
Posted an article in the Discord. Thank you, Buddha Fingers.
This is
We... No, don't move the
Cold
train.
streaks of rain began to fall as I stepped off the train onto the deserted platform. The station looked as if it hadn't been used in years. There were no conductors, no ticket barriers, not even an up-to-date timetable. The place was like a ghost town.
You gotta try it. It's horrible. I'm okay. We know you love Animal Crossing, but please don't eat it. Alright, so this is a new, this is a completely new area. I don't know if I can walk across. I think this walkway is in the background. Yeah. Okay, this is the brickmaker. Alright. So we've already done that. Convenient conveyors. Oh my. Well, here we go. I found the next I finally found the next level. I have a feeling these conveyors are going to be decidedly inconvenient for me though. Oops. This one is terribly slow. All junk cleared. Is this game long? Well, I've been playing it for probably 7 hours so far, I think. So I don't know how much, I don't know how long it goes on for. I'm sure that I'm sure Itorama could tell you how long the game is, but I would kind of prefer not to know personally. I can tell you the world record time. That's right. Itty is the world record holder for this game. I'm sure that the world record though is considerably shorter. I mean, not just because, you know, speedruns are usually much shorter than casual runs, but this game seems to have a lot of optional content. if I want to go down there or not. It's very, very difficult to tell exactly what I want to do. I don't know what Vinghoner is. My sister said the new Disney game like Animal Crossing is better. I don't think I've seen such a game yet.
The security system jumped to life. I knew the only way I could deactivate it was to destroy its power source. That's when I spotted a perfect shiny surface. Maybe I could deflect one of the lasers toward the generator.
Thing on a spring, play on words, I think Sparrow says. It went right over my head. I'm still trying to 100% Animal Crossing, Buddhafinger says. Are you for real? Crusade Bear, welcome in. Great to have you with us again. This is an interesting room. How's Dark Souls going? Very slowly. Oh. What? Oh. Okay, this is kind of cool. I hope I don't accidentally torch myself. The movement here is kind of... The movement here is kind of digital. Awesome. Awesome puzzle. Okay. Now, I assume jumping into this would kill me, but I need to experiment. I was right. That's gonna...
Mr. Silton and the others arrived and changed out of their disguises. Although Mr. Preston was moaning as apparently Mrs. Silton had only washed his and Mr. Logan's Halloween costumes.
I have a friend who's very serious about it. You don't want to know what goes down for Bells in New Horizons? I have a feeling I don't want to know. I know that there's a lot of, turnip market manipulation. I never felt like I needed money in New Horizons, though. I Thermidor 64, very very basic. Type help for a list of valid commands. What? No. I the command stop receives the response hammer time. I cannot back out of this I can't back out of the I think the game crashed. I can't back out of the screen and I can't pull the keyboard up again. None of the buttons do anything. I can pause the game. I'm going to have to exit out of the game. I can't. I got thermitored. That's very annoying. Well, I don't see now I'm curious to interact with the computer more, but
The office was deserted, but it looked like people had left in a hurry. Various computers had been left on.
I don't want the game to freeze up again. Alright, I mean, it looks like it saves pretty generously. We can, we'll take the risk, and we'll try more commands. Close gets you out. In the game's defense, you told it to stop. It did what it was asked. I don't know. Abort on the pause menu should get you out. Okay. Because I want to. Alright, and Budafingers was eager for the sin command. Lust. I mean, I've feel like I've got to try them all, but I can't remember them all. Data, dim, and exit. No, you're thinking of a different android, though we do often get mistaken for each other. Is that better? No. A lot of these are just going to take me out of the computer, it looks like. Go to help Lynn list. Go to where? Lynn list load log. Steal my sunshine. You know, I thought it was going to be a reference to the band. There's nothing to see. Load log. I already forgot what the next couple words were. Be more specific. Next, not peek poke. This is thrilling. I don't shop there. They never have anything that fits me. Use this at the end of a sentence after a pause to demonstrate how funny you aren't. Oh, no. No. Cows, welcome in. Welcome to, welcome. Welcome to a horrific section of Horace. I don't even know what's happening right now. Thank you for the resub, Cows. Thank you, my friend. 18-month streak. This must be annoying without a real keyboard. I really wish I had a real keyboard. I was thinking cause and sin were sine and cosine. Were math functions. Perhaps people won't be programming too much on this. What is this? I'm so excited to play this. This is a. I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now, Mile High Rule. This computer has brought the stream to a screeching halt. I'm out again because I don't want any spoilers to be back for Dark Souls. Right on. Probably about, I would guess, probably about an hour before Dark Souls, from where we are right now, Mile Hyrule. That's purely a guess, but I would think probably about an hour. But we'll look forward to seeing you. Absolutely riveting to what is happening. I have no idea, cows. I have no idea what's going on. I found a computer and I can put in a list of commands, and the commands get kind of mildly amusing joke responses. Specify memory location. Oh no. Are you excited for Zombies tomorrow? Yeah, I like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I've played it before. It's not it's not it's not really anything new to me, that game. I've never beaten it, of course, because it has like a million levels and it's super hard. That didn't do anything. Try other values. I'm guessing probably somewhere in the game it's going to give us information that's going to tell us these numbers. So I'm not going to sit here and guess a whole bunch of numbers. We'll just remember, if I find anything that says peek or poke, then I'll try to remember to write down the numbers that we find with it. Quit, read, rem, run. Print, quit, read, rem, run. Everything's online these days. Quit is almost surely just going to take me out of the computer. Yeah. Read, print is dead. The first few albums are great, but they went a bit bad toward the end. I'm recharging my batteries at the moment. It broke again. It's so weird. Are you programming in BASIC, Sparrow? I have a feeling they want you to do A for loop and print all memory locations. Zombies is tough. Haven't beaten it either. Yeah, I think the list of people who have beaten Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a pretty small one. Save. We're almost there. Save status stop. Don't worry, this game saves automatically. Status, it's complicated. Stop. Oh, I already did stop, I think. Yeah, that's hammer time. Tab, tan, time, wait. Tab. No, thank you, I don't smoke. Tan. You have to go outside for that and have skin. Time. Time is 5:45. Waiting. Now what? That keyboard breaks a lot. All right. Well, that was a headache. I thought this was going to be like a whole section of laser puzzles. I missed. Yeah, we're gonna be playing zombies on the SNES. I don't know how far I'll get. We've done it on the stream before, and I made it to level like 23, I think. So hopefully we'll get further than that. I actually could have made it further, but I didn't know. I didn't. So the first time we played it on the stream, I didn't know you could jump diagonally off the trampolines, and I got stuck on a level because a diagonal jump is mandatory at one part, and I didn't even know it was possible. And then I eventually accidentally did a diagonal jump, and then I ran right into an enemy and died. And that was the end of the playthrough. It was my last life. I wasted all my lives trying to make progress.
Strangely, there were drawings of me everywhere. I hope the professor could tell me why when we found him.
Look at this stuff floating toward me. I hate the baby boss.
There were no signs of life. If the professor was living here, he hadn't been here in a long time.
Yeah, the giant baby's pretty difficult to deal with.
A large piece of machinery blocked our path. Mr. Silton smiled when I asked what we should do next. I knew straight away that he didn't mean Mr. Preston or Mr. Logan when he said, "Someone's gonna have to climb inside." It seemed we could use the computer to move chunks of the machine around. I knew I needed to make a clear path, as it would be me that would be going through it.
No, it's a slide puzzle? Oh, this is disgusting. I hate slide puzzles. This is a little better than than just a plain slide puzzle, but still, I don't like them. Guess I'll be back in a few, Butterfinger says. I mean, hopefully I won't be stuck here for a few hours. Although I might. I always hear gripes about this part. I feel like I'm the only one who likes slide puzzles, Itty says. You may very well be. I do not like them. You know, maybe I'm just dumb and that's why, but yeah, never been a fan of slide puzzles. feel like this is so close. I forgot. I wasn't thinking. All right. Continues. Getting to that spot over there on the right is going to be the toughest thing ever. I also found out from the developer that this is almost a 4x4 puzzle. Oh no. I see the developer dodged a brutal future of being attacked in public. Why is my mind so very small? For those who are wondering, I can confirm, yes, it is painful to be as dumb as I am. I have no idea how to get over to that junk. It just doesn't look like there are enough pieces for that path to be possible. I want that junk. Oh, Sparrow, you know that thing that you like in Earthworm Jim? That clip you made where I was longing for that health power up, and I said, "Oh, I want that chicken. Give me that chicken." So that item isn't even chicken. That item is it's like an atom or something. I thought it was a rotating roast chicken, but it's not. It's not even a chicken. I can't proclaim to see what you see in it, but I had a good laugh. I had a good laugh. I just found out it's not even a chicken. Uh, I was uh I was taking some I was trying to take some screen captures from some past VODs. I was trying to take some screen captures of video game meats. Remember I talked about wanting to collect meats. I haven't made that. I haven't forgotten about that, but I haven't made the channel in the Discord because I haven't determined yet, like, exactly what I want people to populate the meats channel with. I was experimenting with taking screen captures of my VODs. But I stream in such terrible resolution that all the when I crop to isolate the meat sprites, they look horrible. So that might be a bad idea. Oh, I'm a I'm a fool. There's a button on that other side there. Thank you for the offer of help, Itty, but I think I'm gonna figure it out. The chicken is a lie. What came first, the chicken or the atom? I'm not dumb, Sparrow says. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Puzzles where you can swap the adjacent tiles are fun because I think they're easier. Yeah. Slide puzzles are rough. I've never liked them. I thought I had to reach the junk from the left-hand side entrance, and that was making it extra difficult for me to figure out how to piece these together. But there's a switch down here to turn off the laser. Alright. So now... Close. Close, but... no... banana. Maybe I need a name change on here to Atomic Chicken. Not saying it'll happen, but if it does, you'll know it's me. Unless someone else is crazy enough to beat me to it, Sparrow says. I need to reverse these. Nope, nope, nope. This is fine. We're almost there. I can see it all coming together now. Victory. Oh, let's go get that junk and get out of here. I got a memory upgrade. For a moment there, I was close to panicking when I didn't see the all junk cleared message. Thank goodness. We did it. Thank you for the trophies. You can see clearly now the frown is gone. Nicely done. Thank you, Itty. Frowning sparrow. How does a bird frown? It doesn't. It has a beak, even if it could. Herbie saying atomic dog. Maybe you can get Thundercat to do atomic chicken. Atomic Sparrow seems to have a nice ring to it, but I don't know. Can the Atomic Chicken make an honorary appearance in the not so secret meat section you speak of? I think it'll have to, right? Chicken fried sparrow. Are sparrows even edible? Frowning cow. Frown beak, the albatross of sorrow. Frowning. What is happening? Now that the puzzle is solved, that tip would only infuriate you more. Well, if it doesn't ruin anything further, Itty, you could share that tip now then. Cuphead is getting a physical release for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch via I am 8-bit. include the DLC for it as well. Right on. I do like to have physical games in my collection, but I don't actually, I don't often feel the need to repeat a purchase if I already have something digitally. I don't tend to go out of my way to get a physical copy. The blank space in the slider puzzle is really blank. It's an open space that can be moved through. Oh my goodness. Let me go back and look at that. I never... Oh, I never would have seen that. That basically breaks this puzzle. That makes it so much easier. Wow. It's so obvious, too. It's so obvious, but my brain doesn't work like that. I never would have seen that. Why did I jump? Why would I do that? Try and pre-move that one. Victory. Thank you for the trophies.
As we entered the extravagant corridor, the most beautiful tune played in the distance. But almost as soon as we began to enjoy its dulcet tones, the music stopped, dead.
I worked out a 7-move solution with that with the blank space. Sounds like the name of some dramatic children's novel hero.
The professor was dead, but everything seemed wrong. He was old, very old, maybe 20 years older than when I'd last seen him. Mr. Silton sounded very sad when he said, "How did anyone even get in here? I don't know what to do now. I suppose we'll head back to the train station."
What? We came all the way here for nothing? Is that what I'm learning? When are you gonna play Pikmin 3? I don't have I don't really have an idea of when I'm gonna play it, Shino. Not until next year though. Certainly. Maybe in springtime next year.
Believe the professor was gone. Although he was always suspicious of me, I was sad to think I'd never see him again. Is it? Yes, it is. This is the right day, said the professor as he jabbed at a small metal box. I don't know how much time I've got to explain, he continued as a bright light began to surround everyone. Oh, not long at all.
Frownie's the only person I know who's booked with games to play until springtime next year.
We had reappeared just as smoothly as we had left, but we were somewhere very different. Mr. Preston and Mr. Logan were speechless, but the professor just continued studying his box. Looking back, I suppose I was rather stupid, as I ended up chasing a beautiful butterfly. I was lost, but soon I realized I wasn't as alone as I thought.
Run.
I couldn't believe we had time traveled, but there was no time to sightsee.
I can't tell if these spears are junk to be collected. I think they're not. They flash. I'm not really sure why they're flashing, but...
This seemed quite valuable.
I don't give too much thought to, at least, well,
Historic world looked like paradise.
It's not really true.
I
I give a lot of thought to what I want to play on stream, but I don't form very concrete plans.
Now, this was clearly worth something.
It's all very nebulous.
Some things were worthless junk, but this could be sold for a decent price. I would have liked to have a look around, but I have to get back to the others.
The plans are concrete, powdered concrete. The stage is very Battletoads. I need to play that. I was
literally 10 minutes of Mr. Preston and Mr. Logan saying, "Whoa," and "dude," the professor began to explain. Time travel. If I can find the correct point in time, then I should be able to. Well, make things better. I suppose it's like we're in that excellent movie, chuckled Mr. Logan. Back to the Future? Replied Mr. Preston. No, that excellent movie. Back to the Future 2? Time Bandits? Time Cop? Terminator? Groundhog Day? Groundhog Day? Groundhog Day. The box let out a loud bleep as the professor gave it a heavy thump. This damn thing's so dependent on the maths used to calculate where the Earth is at any one point in time and space, that it's almost random where we'll end up, or even how long the time window will stay open. That last one was the shortest I've had yet. Although obviously apprehensive of our situation, I think Mr. Preston and Mr. Logan were too excited to really pay attention. But they were far less excited when I asked what his longest stay was, and the professor replied, about 15 years. I was stranded in ancient Egypt for so long. They had me build them a steam-powered robot. You should have seen the things they had it build. Yes, wonderful things. It was like I was the Thoth incarnate, or the modern Prometheus. Speaking of which, robot, have a look around, see if you can find anything to make a fire.
VR, welcome in. Great to have you here. I don't want to talk over the game too much. But how's my night going? Pretty well. Pretty well. I just solved a slide puzzle. So I'm feeling happy about that. Things are going to get rough shortly when Dark Souls starts up.
As great as my shoes were, they weren't much use when there was nothing for them to stick to. I rolled deep into the cave, but at least I had found the professor some firewood. Now I just needed to get back to everybody else.
Are those our long-lost relatives? I suppose they could be. Oops. Feed me, Seymour.
It may seem ridiculous, but I really did fall this far into the cave.
It's weird that it makes that noise every time I find firewood.
Things started to look familiar. I was pretty sure I was nearly back where I had originally fallen. Everybody warmed themselves by the fire. In the orangey glow, the cave even looked a little homely. Mr. Logan was much more comfortable now that he could see his surroundings, but Mr. Preston kept saying, "We're in bloody dinosaur times." The professor laughed. He pointed out that there was 65 million years between dinosaurs and the emergence of man. But that just made Mr. Preston panic about possible dinosaur ghosts. I got the feeling Mr. Logan had heard this kind of talk before, as he sighed when he said, "Oh, I suppose you believe in ghosts as well now, do you?" "Well, yeah," said Mr. Preston. "Barry's missus says this bloke who works with her uncle reckons his brother saw one. Fact." And with that, he began to tell the most amazing story I had ever heard. He explained how there was a man traveling through the Black Wall Tunnel who saw a young motorcyclist stood by a smashed-up motorbike. The man stopped, so the motorcyclist told him an address, but when he got in the back of the car, he fell silent, clearly in shock. "This isn't a ghost story," interrupted Mr. Logan. "This is called giving someone a lift." Mr. Preston was annoyed. Mr. Logan's stupid joke had ruined his train of thought. The brother of a bloke who works with Mrs. Silton's uncle gave a young motorcyclist a lift after a crash outside the Black Wall Tunnel. I said, just happy to be part of the conversation. "Yeah, that's it," said Mr. Preston as he explained that when the man arrived at the address, the motorcyclist had vanished. He said the man, not knowing what else to do, knocked on the door of the house. Soon an old lady answered, And when the man asked her if she had a son, she burst out crying and sobbed, "I did have, but he died 10 years ago today. Just outside the Black Wall Tunnel." I couldn't believe my audio sensors. This was concrete proof of the afterlife. I mean, Mr. Logan did point out that the story was from a children's TV show called Grange Hill. But you can't argue with the facts. Soon, the professor had finished inputting whatever data his box needed. "Robot," he said, "we need to be outside for my computations to be truly accurate. Find us an exit from this platonic allegory. The cave. Find us a way out."
I was gonna say that I had never really thought about dinosaur ghosts before, but I believe there's a dinosaur ghost in one of the Ghostbusters movies. Um, there's a shot during one of the montages where they're showing the city being taken over by ghosts. There's a shot of a like a Tyrannosaurus Rex ghost inside an archway at one point. I think it's in the first movie. It's hard to tell because they have one of those montages in both films. Cuphead is good. It's I'm looking forward to playing the DLC. I'm having trouble with this one jump right here. Horace looks a bit like a Lego character. I was thinking that. I was thinking that at the start. I don't think I said anything about it, but I did think that he.
This block looked perfect, so I decided I would only place it where the professor said I should.
I was thinking he looked at the start that he looked like a Lego figure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to get that brick. Oh my goodness. How do you get rid of a dino ghost? Buddhafinger says. You need an exorstinctionist. My goodness. I mean, A for effort, but that does not have a ring to it. uh, This game wants me to activate my extra hits, but I refuse. Trying to mash up Extinct and Exorcist looked better in text. That rock looks like a very large square cheese poof. It reminds me of the superhero, the Thing from the Fantastic Four. It's like the same color and texture as that guy. Got first introduced to the PlayStation 2 because of my older cousin, Shino said. A few years later, saved up and got my very own PlayStation 5. This is scary. I don't like this situation. I feel like I'm playing Donkey Kong. Dodging boulders is not all that different from dodging barrels. I've come across a second stone. Two more, it would seem. Two cheese poofs. I generally like the, I generally prefer the crunchy Cheetos to the poofy Cheetos, I think. But I don't know, I go back and forth. Depending on my mood, I guess I could go for one or the other, but I think I more frequently reach for the crunchy ones. Has anyone tried the big square Cheez-Its? If this is a new, like, large size Cheez-It, I can't say I have. I have had a larger than normal Cheez-Its before. But, if they've made a newer, bigger one, then I don't think that I've, it's like 4 Cheez-Its in one square. I don't think I've had one quite that big. Your Xbox One is dying on you. That's surprising. That's not a very old console. Maybe I just need to try the square ones. Maybe they'll change my mind. If you'll excuse me a moment, my friends, I'm gonna take a quick BRB, and I'll be right back with you. All right, and we're back. Thank you for letting me step away a moment. Mile Hyrule, is it time? I'm afraid not yet, Mile Hyrule. Not until I get out of this cave, at least. I just needed to step away a moment. Welcome back. Thank you, cows. So something I've been curious about, I keep forgetting to ask. Is anyone, how do I ask? Does the word Debo mean anything to anybody other than me? And if so, what does that word mean to you? I don't know how it's spelled. If it would be like Deebo or D-B-O. Yes, Mile Hyrule says. See, it was a piece of slang that we used when I was in high school. So it'd be something from the like the early aughts. I've got nothing, Cal says. Debo Samuel is an NFL player for the 49ers. I don't think it's related to him. It's I'm just curious. It was a word that we used when I was in high school, and it had a meaning. Well, it could mean one of two things. Basically, it meant either it meant like whack. Like if you would say something like if you would say something was whack, you could also say it was Debo. But it also had a meaning along the lines of pwned. Like instead of, he got pwned, you could say he got Deboed. So you could use it either way. But I'm just curious because it's a word that shows up very frequently in the in the comics that in the Agent Frownie comics I would draw about my friend. And I was thinking, I don't think this word is gonna mean anything to anybody. I'm gonna have to include like a Frownlish to English glossary. I assume it was a regional thing because it's not a word that Jelly was familiar with when I met her. But it could have even just been local to it. It could have been very local to my area. I'm not sure. I feel like I looked it up. I feel like I've looked it up in like Urban Dictionary before, but the meaning's listed there. And while I did find an entry for a word Debo, I feel like the meaning was different when I looked it up. So they didn't. So other people who have used it haven't used it in quite the same way. Translator notes like in a manga. Debo is also a character in the movie Friday. Yeah, I knew that too. I don't know. See, that was the thing. Was I thought that movie. I thought that movie came out. Well, I don't know when that. I don't remember when that movie came out. But I was thinking that the word could have possibly originated as a reference to that character, but I don't know. I know I've seen Friday, but it's been so long, I don't really remember it. Oh. All right, I see. I see how to get that block now. Oh, yuck. Yeah, it mean so the meaning they have on the Urban Dictionary for Debo is to steal, and that's not a way that we would have ever used it.
Well, I've reversed the polarity of the neutron flow, so here we go, said the professor as the glowing light surrounded us again.
Welcome in, boat ladder.
This is it, said the professor as he looked around. Oh no, he gasped as his expression became far more serious. It's the wrong time. We had appeared in another barren desert. I was beginning to think that the past was made of nothing but sand. The professor looked concerned as he examined his box. It was then that we realized we were completely surrounded. The men seemed to think I was some kind of god, or, as it turned out, some kind of sacrifice.
My goodness.
The stalactite above me looked quite unstable, like it was ready to come down.
Oh. And I think Tebow is much too late to be an influence. I think I was in college by the time he was a thing.
This was one of the most valuable things I'd seen.
Oh, look at all those jewels over there. We've got to figure out how to get over there. It was actually real easy.
I didn't know how much this was worth, but it looked expensive.
Poor Horace. Something that's kind of tiresome about a game like this, with all this story in it, is that the game keeps having to come up with excuses for Horace to be separated from everyone else so that the game can happen. And it just gets kind of tedious having to sit through them putting in like excuses for the same thing again and again and again and again.
As I got to the top of the cliff, I could see everyone else being led away in heavy chains. Their extravagantly dressed capturers were only moving them in a slow march, so I followed them at a safe distance. Strangely, the men seemed to ask the professor something, who nodded in agreement. Although they clearly knew each other, the man in charge pushed the professor into a small wooden cage, along with Preston and Logan. The men then left. I was about to attempt to free my friends when one of the men returned with some tools. It was then I heard some machinery start in the distance, and the man left again. I then found out what the machinery was.
Boss time? Just when I was getting bored. Why is this so hard? I think basketball is the only organized sport I've ever competed in. None of my real world basketball skills translate to this game. I mean, none of my real world basketball skills exist, but I wanted to make that joke anyway. I want to see the Frownie and 1 mixtape. What? I don't know why, but this boss reminds me of Dr. Robotnik. There's nothing, like, specific, but he has, like, a powerful Robotnik, energy about him.
Mr. Preston took a chance to do something I'm guessing he thought was brave, shouting, "Catch you later, you ancient Egyptian dickweeds." "This looks right." "Stay here," whispered the professor, "just in case."
You think because I'm tall, I'm automatically good at basketball, huh? Proceeds to slam dunk the ball.
"Sorry to take you on a less than excellent adventure," whispered the professor, his voice slowly weakening, "but I knew Ian needed to see these things. I was always worried about the military possibilities, but I'm pleased to see your consciousness software is still growing. Life is a state of mind." I had no idea what he meant, but he looked so happy. "Quick!" shouted Mr. Logan, "hide!" I jumped into a large cupboard with Mr. Preston, who whispered something about seeing some people on the security monitor. The cupboard door was pretty thick, so I couldn't really hear what was going on, but suddenly I heard Mr. Silton shout, "Run!" When Mr. Preston eventually opened the door, we saw a large glowing light, exactly like the one from the professor's time machine. It was only then that I realized that we had reappeared just before we had left. As we walked back to the train station, Mr. Silton was truly confused. All he kept saying was, "What the bloody hell happened?"
Felt like a chapter break to me. Nothing is too high for the daring of mortals. We storm heaven itself in our folly.
Soon we were all gathered around the dusty blackboard back at Mr. Silton's house. He was explaining what was an increasingly complicated plan. "And that, ladies and gentlemen," he said, "is the plan of the century."
And one mixtape is a street basketball thing. I like how you need to kill the boss with Cocoa Puffs. Or robot with big mechanical arms, I guess, but I see it. That dude had a Dead Kennedy shirt on.
In Lab 33. He said I should find them, then take them to the gate on the other side of the base. I nodded, even though I must have looked terrified. "I'll need to register these two," he continued. "Hopefully the guards won't notice I walked in with 3 robots and now only have 2. He wished me luck and reminded me it was Lab 33, but you only need to tell a robot something once.
Alright, my friends, that's going to be Horace for tonight. Oh, we lost our gravity powers. we finished a chapter, so we can move over to Dark Souls. Thank you for enjoying more of this game. It was considerably less weird tonight. The game has been so very weird the last night or two that we played it. That it was actually kind of shocking how not weird it was tonight. But that's gonna be it for Horace. Thank you for enjoying this with me, my friends.